Hi everybody. I'm about to clean and marinate some fish, some snapper. So I thought I would bring you along to show you how I do it. So here I have a bowl of water in my sink. I'm adding some lemon juice to it, some bottle, lemon juice, you can use lime. And to that water I'm adding some salt, okay? Adding some salt to it. Okay, we're gonna put it to the side. Because as we're cleaning our fish, we're gonna dump it into that salty and limey, lemony water. Okay, so we'll put that to the side and use it when we need it. All right, so this is my fish. All right, those are snapper. Those are wild caught fish. So what I like to do, I just use a regular Caesar and remove these. All right, I take those out first. I have a big Caesar here, so because this can poke you, I usually take them out. All right, I take those out too. Okay. So I will show you how I do one of them, and then I'll continue with the rest off camera. Now, those are already scaled, okay? But you want to run your knife through it again because there's still some scale left, you see? You want to do that. You want to run your knife through the fish because look at that. Look at the tail. There's some scale left in there, even though the majority has been cleaned, but you want to run your knife through it. Okay? All right. So I like to buy the whole fish. All right. All right. So you see how they're flying everywhere? So sometimes you let the water run through it. Yep. But hey, and wear some gloves because we're dealing with fish here. Okay, now the inside. So what I like to do, I like to remove this. Okay, take your knife, go like that, and you pull it. See that? Pull that out. Now, this part here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it off with the head. Alright? Because I don't usually eat the head. Even though I cook it, I notice that I waste it. So I don't need to slave over it. So here, you see, I'll clean it up, but can make sauce with that. Very nice because I'm gonna fry this fish. Okay, now for the inside, see, it's dirty. You wanna take that out. Okay. You wanna take that out. All right. Okay. Take that out. All that out. All right, I'm taking my time to show you the whole thing, okay? There you go. All right, so it's basically nothing left inside. All right. Okay. And you continue searching for some. See, make sure, yeah, see? Run your knife through it. Alright, some water. Okay, now what you do, now it's clean. I like to double check and triple check, making sure there's no more scale left behind. See, run your knife. There we go. So there we go. That's very clean here. You look at the inside. All right. You notice that I have some lime in here. Okay, so now what I'll do, we are going to make some incisions in here. Let me push you to show you. All right, so what I'll do, for example, this fish right here, it's a medium-sized fish. Probably gonna cut it in half, okay? Okay, now after I cut that in half with the bones in the middle, I use my knife. Okay, now what I'll do, I will make some incisions here. All right, okay, both sides. All right, see that? In here, depending on how big the fish is, you will decide how many pieces you're gonna make. All right, look at that. All right. Okay. Now, why do I do this? Because I want to be able to get the lime juice, all the seasoning in there. So you will rub your lime all over the fish, inside all these little incisions you made. Okay, and what I'll do after you're done, remember my water is already salted, and you dump it into that bowl of water you saw me preparing earlier. Inside of the fish here, make sure you rub your lime in there, because you don't want the house to stink like fish when you cook it. So that's how we take care of that. Okay, you know, fish is very, you know, has a distinctive smell, so you have to make sure you clean your fish nicely so it doesn't stink up the house. All right. Okay, so you take that and then you put it in that water. Okay, so I'm gonna continue cleaning up the rest of it, and I'll bring you back when I'm about to marinate everything. Okay. Okay, so we are done cleaning the fish. Now we are about to marinate the fish. So this is my epice. Okay, so if you haven't seen the video on how to make the epice, I would recommend that you go, watch the video. All right, so you can understand what I'm doing. All right, to this, I'm going to add that marinade liquid. This is it right there. Found it at the Spanish place, but it is optional. All right, because you can add real lime juice to this, because you're dealing with fish. All right, so I'm gonna put this one in there. All right. Some hot sauce. It's not gonna do much. It's not hot, really. All right, and then I'll put some salt and pepper. Oh, and then I have this Old Bay seasoning in there. Yeah, I'll put that. I'll put some in there as well. And again, you don't really need those. If you don't have it, you don't have to go buy it, you know? If you don't have it handy. Alright, so I have it handy, so I'm adding it to it. Alright, so. But in order to marinate your fish the Haitian way, you need the Haitian epice. Okay? It's very simple, it's very easy to make. Just go watch that video if you haven't seen it. yet. It's the first video on the channel. So if you're watching on Facebook, it's the first video on my page. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the first video on the channel. Okay? All right. So, and to this, I'm gonna put some ground black pepper. All right. And I'm just gonna taste it to see the salt level. Remember, we put the Old Bay seasoning in there, so there's salt in that. All right. See, I don't even taste the hot pepper. Told you. It wasn't hot, you know. If you want, you can cut up some hot pepper in your piece. You can do that. All right. I'm also going to add a little bit more of my lime juice. I just tasted it. I don't taste anything. You don't want to taste sourness, but you want to feel that the thing is in there, you know. I apologize. Okay. That should do it for us here in terms of our marinade. Let me give it another taste. Yes. Yes. It could use a little more salt. That's why you taste, okay? Could use a little more salt. All right. Black pepper as well. That should do it. All right. One more taste. Perfect. Again, you taste and you stop as you reach, you know, your taste. All right, now put that to the side. Now let's go to our fish. Remember, we dumped them into some salted water as we were cleaning them, so we're just gonna drain them now. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm dumping them into my sink. And maybe remember, make sure you clean your sink very well after you clean that fish, okay? All right, so that's why I'm dumping it in there, because my sink is clean. All right, I'm gonna do everything in there, keep everything clean. All right, so what I'll do, I'm going to grab the pieces of fish, all right, and then soak them into my piece, into my marinade, like that. And make sure you get in there, inside all the crevices. You make sure the piece goes in there. That's what you want. All right, you want that to go in there. Then you put it in the bowl. You do the same thing for all the pieces. All right. I usually let it marinate overnight. But again, you don't have to wait, but at least I will give it at least an hour into the marinade. All right, make sure we do that. Give it time for the seasoning to go in there. All right, let me push you here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, make sure you caress the fish with the marinade. All right. Make sure bien badigeonné. Poisson avec épices là, fait l'entrer dans tout petit fantio. Poisson qui a un bon goût. All right. I like using wild caught fish. Utiliser bon poisson la mer, c'est ça net. Okay, the wild caught fish. You see, the meat is very tender. Look at that. The meat is tender, so it's not gonna be rubbery like the farm raised fish. If you can get the wild caught, go for it. You're gonna see the difference. Significant difference. Alright? Okay? And then how you determine how much marinade to make? You eyeball it. You look at the quantity of fish you have, and you decide how much marinade to make. You know what I mean? Head. Big deal. I think I showed you one of the head. I left too. Okay. There you go. Now you can make some sauce with the head. Put everything away. Alright. There you go. I know some of you are afraid at looking at the eye of the fish. Alright, there you go. Okay. Alright, there you go. That's how you marinate your fish. Alright, I'm going to clean up everything again and sanitize everything. But we just dealt with fish. Okay, there you go.